So do you have veterans working for you? If not, stay tuned. We got more on that next. So welcome back, folks. This is another episode of Vlogging with Tempo. I'm your host, Joey Brown, General Manager at Tempo Service. With us today, I've got our General Manager of our plumbing department, Jarrod Thomas. Jarrod, thanks for coming along.
Absolutely. Happy to be here.
Yeah, definitely appreciate you coming along to talk about this really wonderful topic today. So we talked a little bit about it in the introduction, our veterans working for you. So tell me a little bit about, or if you would, tell us a little bit about what we're doing to kind of help veterans enter the workplace.
So a few companies in the DFW have programs that are strictly meant for apprenticeships in several different trades, plumbing, HVAC, electrical, even roofing, mechanical, automotive, just the list goes on.
Right.
To become a part of that program, you have to go through some testing to get certified, and they allow one certified school official per company. So I was able to do that at the beginning of the year, and we actually came across this program due to a potential employee that brought it up to us. Said, hey, your name's in this program, but they can't get a hold of anybody. They had old information, old contacts, and when we looked into it, it was just a matter of getting us reactivated. So I was able to take those classes, I passed their test, and became the school official.
Nice.
And we were able to bring on that veteran. He's a Navy veteran, and he still had access to his GI Bill. And that's really the key to maximize the program. For the veteran themselves, they get some extra subsidies every month while they're being trained in the apprenticeship program. And we can do both HVAC, plumbing, or we can do a combined program with them if they want to be an HVAC tech but also learn plumbing. There's several different things we could do to help them out.
Very nice, very nice. So what the understanding is really it's a program through
the Texas Veterans Commission.
Okay.
And the Veteran Affairs Office.
Okay, and they're using GI money or grant money that may be left for to kind of help support folks get back in the trade, learn a trade, and still be paid at like a journeyman or a master level, right?
That's correct. So they do come in at a higher level as far as their pay structure goes, but that is part of the program itself. It kind of works hand in hand with the company and the VA.
Yeah. So with the plumbing trade specifically, at least in Texas, it's a little bit more strenuous than most. Trying to make sure that you're able to get a licensed plumber at your home. You're talking years of schooling. How many years does it take to become a plumber?
So right now, the quickest it takes is 2 years to get your what we call a tradesman limited license. Allows you to work unsupervised inside of a residential dwelling. Above that is journeyman, and that's about a 4-year period. Right. And then an additional 4 years after you get your journeyman to get your master's.
Wow.
There are some fast trackers though. If you're a part of other types of trade schools that's approved by the Department of Labor, once you get your journeyman, it's only a 1-year period to get your master.
Okay.
But those programs here in Texas are very few.
Right.
But we will help apprentices if they're interested in that and put them in touch with the right tech school.
Well, as it relates to the veteran program that we really are a authorized trade school.
Yes.
Essentially, what you could say is depending upon how much money left in the GI Bill is how long that would kind of carry you into.
That's correct.
To taking that on.
Yes, and usually guys come out of the military, and women, the ones that I've talked to personally, they're not a fan of college, just like regular blue-collar workers.
Right.
They had enough of it,
Sure.
right? So the trades is the perfect avenue for people like that. And if we could do our part as a company to help these people get them back into society, be able to support their families, it's just a real blessing to be able to do that.
Well, it's really a mission to serve, right?
Absolutely.
So a veteran naturally, and in my opinion, or our opinion, really is one of the best advocates for the customer. They're there serving the entire nation, and likely did that for 4+ years, and really getting back into the trades. You have the power to do that. Almost exactly like you've done it before. you're back in the serving capacity, back helping a family either regain their plumbing service or regain their air conditioning service, or get it for the first time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so very powerful. I'm super excited that you got that back in. More proud to have Jay and the other veterans we have working here added to the program, and really can't wait to see it continue to take off.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, companies like ours, for example, we have warehouse staff. You know, and if you're a part of this program at your company and you're a warehouse worker and you want to be in the trades, this is something that could easily transfer and bring you into the trades and get you out of a warehouse job. If you're really interested in learning a trade, this veterans program is perfect for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we definitely want to encourage veterans not to limit themselves. You know, we want them to reach their full potential once they get out of the military, whether it's they served 4 years or they're coming out in their late 40s retired. This program is for all ages. Yeah,
there's no doubt about that. We're very glad and very proud to have the organization, or to be one of those training organizations for sure. You know, the goal, I think, is for everyone to be happy with what they're doing, work for a company that they can be proud of, or let's say work with a company they can be proud of. At least for Tempo, we're employee owners here, so really you're working for yourself.
Absolutely.
And the reality of that is you're somewhat owning your own future, and then using this opportunity coming out of the military to get into a trade that you're passionate about. No better way to learn from us.
I agree 100%. We have several guys that are interested to help the ones that come in, so it wouldn't just be me helping them. You play a part in that as well. Our other service managers like Mark, as well as we have field and team employees that would want to come in and help these people as well. So there's plenty of support here for any veteran that's interested in this program.
Man, super excited about it, and very glad that you brought that back, like I said. So anything else you wanted to talk about, either as it relates to the program or maybe plumbing in general?
We do have a line of heat pump water heaters coming out.
Okay.
I'd like to recap that if you don't mind.
Oh man, that'd be awesome. So new technology is something that I'm always a big fan of. I know that. You know, anything that kind of help make our home more energy efficient, and at the same time more comfortable, and I'm all for.
Absolutely.
So show us what you got.
Okay. All right, so what we have here is A.O. Smith's Voltix commercial grade heat pump water heater. This is the newest version that they make. It's 66 gallons, but they also make a 40, 50, and an 80 gallon for residential applications. What that means is right in this part of the unit is a heat pump. Okay,
so when you say heat pump, my thoughts instantly take refrigeration, right? So I'm thinking heat in the home. So this is heat in the water in the home.
That's correct.
Oh, wow.
So the way the heat pump works, unfortunately I can't take this off.
Sure.
But it has several coils in it, just like your normal heat pump coils. Okay. But it also goes down into the tank and wraps itself around the tank. So when the compressor's running, what that coils do is heating the water.
So how long has this type of technology been in the industry?
A little over 15 years it's been popular.
Okay.
More advanced as the years go on, but as of 2024, these are the newest energy rating standards, and they've basically just upgraded all the technology in them. They simplified our intake cleaning to just a simple filter that's reusable, so you no longer have to buy filters, and it is simple as that. You want to keep this enclosed 100% of the time unless there is a problem with the water.
Right.
What's good about these heat pumps themselves, you never mess with them. They're made to run the lifespan of the water heater, which is backed by a 10-year guarantee.
So what does the maintenance on something like this look like? I mean, I'm assuming you still need to have a licensed professional just like anything else.
Absolutely. So maintenance is similar to any tank type water heater. You want to flush it a minimum of once a year.
Okay.
Depending on your water hardness, we might recommend a pre-filter on this unit just to help with the longevity.
Okay.
But another thing I want to make clear is we love heat pumps because they can cool a space. Mainly like a garage.
Right.
But what it's really doing more is removing humidity out of the room.
Okay.
More than it cools.
Nice.
So we got an example. There's a guy that has a 5-car garage. He has a 50 gallon. He can close all of his doors in the summertime with that 50-gallon water heater shoved in the corner, and it removes all the humidity in that huge garage.
No way.
Now, does it cool it? No.
Yeah.
But it makes it bearable to work in the Texas heat.
Okay.
So that's just a small example of how powerful these have become over time.
So here's what I'm hearing. With the heat pump, you're essentially running this thing in reverse.
That's
when
correct.
I say reverse, you're heating that water. That
Yes.
And when I say heating it in reverse, you're essentially using the refrigerant and the coils to heat the water, and then you're discharging cold air.
That's correct.
Very, very cool. Very
And the way they've engineered this is there doesn't have to be a separate duct if the room is bigger than 8 by 8. The intake is here. Right there's your exhaust, and it's nice and cool air. You can't set it to a temperature.
Yeah.
Now in 5-10 years, maybe they might get there, but I don't think that'll happen anytime soon.
Yeah.
But this also works with a hybrid mode, and it can go all electric.
Yeah, that was my next kind of question. So primarily heating with a heat pump, but it does have elements in it, heating elements.
It does.
Okay.
So, hybrid is what you'd really want during the 1 week of winter we actually have in Texas. So when it does get below freezing, switch it to hybrid mode. You're not going to lose any recovery rating. It's going to work great.
Right.
These save energy running as a heat pump, though.
Okay.
So you are going to save money in hybrid mode, but if you really want to maximize savings throughout the year, and on average in Texas, it's ranging between $600 to $700 a year in saving. Run it in heat pump. What that does mean, though, it's going to have a longer recovery time than a normal electric tank type water heater. So instead of an hour to recharge 60 gallons, it's probably going to take 2, but it does work.
So looking at this, I can tell that it's about the same size as a standard water heater as far as height, but it's a little wider, right?
It's a little wider, about 4 inches, you mentioned earlier. Yeah, about 4 inches wider. Now there are larger units. Obviously the 80 is going to be taller and wider, and we have a 120-gallon commercial unit.
So the insulation thickness is pretty standard to what you see anywhere else. And then noise, how noisy is it? Do you
So
hear
it's
it?
extremely quiet when you want to compare it to, let's say, an outside unit for an AC system.
Right.
If you're comparing the two, the decibels are way less.
So kind of like a refrigerator or freezer?
That's correct.
Okay.
So you can hear a fridge running.
Yes.
But it doesn't bother us, right?
No.
It's not that loud.
Right.
And it eventually turns off.
It's like white noise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This heat pump's going to work the same way.
Very cool, very cool. So saving energy, biggest key factor I can almost imagine already anyway.
Yes.
Not noisy. You're picking up some dehumidification.
That's correct.
And then you're I think serving the greater good by.
And they've packed so much technology into this now. It's Wi-Fi, Bluetooth capable, connects to an app. You can control it with your phone. Now, they're not there yet, and there's a couple of reasons for that. Mainly, it's safety to protect the motherboard. When you want to customize settings, you need to do it in real time on the board itself. The app isn't there yet. It might get there soon, but it's really for safety. So there's a lot of technology packed in here, and they don't want people getting too carried away on the app, which is understandable.
It happens.
But it does have a built-in leak detection, which is this is where the sensor would plug in and it would go down into the drain pan. And there's also a secondary device that would go on the cold side.
Right.
That plugs directly into the motherboard.
Okay.
So it hides all the wiring, it looks nice and clean. And there's also a condensate pump wiring that plugs directly.
I noticed that. You got a drain pipe. Yep.
So the condensate's here. It also has wiring for a condensate pump if you have to get it to another location that will plug directly into this. So that's what I mean about the technology just being crammed in here. This is the most seamless heat pump water heater you're going to find.
Nice. Well, you said condensate pump. I mean, I'm assuming you're generating enough condensate to need something. I mean, is it a lot of water?
It's not a lot, but another plus to these, it is not acidic. So the condensate it does produce, it's non-acidic, and we can plumb that and dump it outside. No neutralizers required. So that's an additional savings to the homeowner that we don't have to add another item to an install. So if you have a pan drain, this can plumb directly to it, and it can drain outside. No, there won't be algae growth or anything like that that comes with acidic condensate.
Very good.
So that's another plus to these.
Yep.
As far as technology goes, is they got it to be non-acidic condensate.
Well, so What about training? Do you guys train on this?
We do
technology
train.
available for troubleshooting or whatnot?
Yes. So what's really great about this is, let's say in our training center we have a unit like this set up, and we purposely cause problems with it. What's really cool about that is we could call the manufacturer, we give them the serial number, we tell them the Wi-Fi band that we're with. They can look at it from their headquarters and check it from the start date to the day that you're there, run all that telemetry data and tell you every problem it's had since it started.
Outstanding.
And right now there's really not another feature on any other brand that's doing that at the moment.
Wow. Well, A.O. Smith is a intelligent brand for sure. I'm glad to see that the technology of water heaters is continuing to advance. You know, the heat pump, in really reality, heat pump is, in air conditioning, has kind of had a bad name until the last 10 or so years, right?
Yep.
So knowing that you can heat water the same way is impressive. You know, I'm very excited to see this. So, man, I really appreciate you talking about the heat pump water heater today. No doubt.
Enjoyed it.
You know, really can't wait to talk about any other items or any other things that you would have, whether that be heating water or really water filtration, water purification. Yeah. You know, those things really are near and dear to my heart for sure. Anything to try to get a healthier home or a more comfortable home.
Absolutely.
That's what we're all about. And
we definitely want homeowners to remember that protecting the home is by the priority of every homeowner, right? So we're offering a lot of filtration options right now. Right now we have a promotion going on with our FlowTech. You can find that online, or any social media app that we have our promotions up there, or ask any Tempo plumber that's in your home and they'll let you know what our special pricing is right now.
Man, like I said, Jarrod, I cannot thank you enough for being involved with us today. This is good information. Not only did we talk about the heat pump water heater, but the veterans work that you're doing with our group. Man, if you like this program, please like it, share it, subscribe. And then add comments, right?
Absolutely.
You know, we're growing this just like anything else, and we're hoping to get more viewership. So Jarrod, again, man,
absolutely, you're welcome.
Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you guys next time.